Welcome to Patliputra Sahodaya School Complex training session. Topic: missing elements in contemporary classroom teaching and learning. 8, 2nd February 2022. This session will run for 1 hour. As an educator, we should lead and not lag. With this, I welcome all educators who are present in this session. I'm requesting all the participants not to try annotating on the screen or send a request for the same. Braj Bihari Kumar, please do not send request for annotation. I'll start with the agenda for the day. We have an opening, and the topic of the day will be checking for understanding, checking for concentration, strategies for slow learner, strategies for gifted learner, and closing. So we start with the opening now. The opening has two topics. One is the knowing the trainer, and I would have to tell you that nowadays we all need activity. So this session will have 3 activities, and I'm just trying to tell you how you are going to do those. One is, if you're not able to do using your web browser, whatever web browser you're using, please put the answers or discussion in the chat box. And those who can do the activity through the web browser, we are going to be presenting that as the slides here. So let us start. Knowing something about me, my name is Sanjeev Joseph, Principal, Raintree School, Bangalore. I'm a career counselor from Pearson, UK. I'm a certified trainer from Cambridge International Examination, UK. Author. I have developed an app for school administration other than ERP. I run 2 courses on Udemy. I'm a qualified assistant professor. And above all, I present myself to you all as educator. The meaning of educator is who takes care of students, not only learning, but all round development of the child. So that is why I have told all of you as educators. Now we come to the activity part. The activity is very, very simple. All of you to type menti.com in your web browser and enter the code. It will ask you in the code. Please put this code 20021668, and there is a poll. Take the poll and we'll display the result. And this activity is given 2 minutes from now. So once again, I repeat, please type menti.com in your web browser and it will ask for a code. The code will be 20021668 and take the poll. And for this, we have 2 minutes. So I'll be sharing the result of the same. So I'm stopping this screen and I'm go to the screen which I have to share. Just to confirm, I think you all can tell if you are able to see the screen. in the chat box. Yeah, it is menti.com. The question for you all is to be very honest. In our lesson plan, do we use definite strategies for understanding, concentration, slow learners, and gifted learners? Please remember, this is not other than lesson plan or remedial classes or NTSC classes for gifted learner, but I'm talking about in the lesson plan itself, do we have something called as strategies for understanding of the students, whether they're understanding, concentration, slow learners, and gifted learner. And we can see lot of people are telling yes. That is very, very happy moment for us that many of us are using the strategies for understanding, concentration, slow learners, and gifted learner. So I'm very, very happy to see. And those who are not able to put in the web browser, they can try to put in the chat box. So overall, I can see that many of the schools and the educators are using strategies which are for understanding of the students, concentration, slow learners, and gifted learner in the lesson plan itself, not as remedial classes, not as NTSC training or Olympiad training. That's excellent. So let us appreciate everyone and we can clap for everyone. That's good. I'll end this particular poll now and thank you for your participation. And we'll go to the slide again back and we'll discuss the first topic, that is checking for understanding. You have also been given a booklet which you can use now. If you are ready with printout, use a pencil and you can use this. Can you see the screen, this PowerPoint again? Is it visible? Okay, fine. Thank you. So what is the meaning of checking for understanding? When we teach any topic to students, we check whether they have understood the topic using different strategies. It is not a part of assessment, but part of our lesson plan. Please remember, it is not part of assessment which we are talking. For example, formative assessment, which tells that remedial classes should be going on side by side. But I'm talking in general, do we have something in our lesson plan itself or whatever way we are dealing with teaching learning in the classroom, do we have something called as checking for understanding strategy? And we will see that generally it is not in our lesson plans. In lesson plan, we do not mention anywhere that we are checking for understanding and is there any strategy for checking for understanding. And that is why I have chosen this with my experience, the topics as missing elements in the contemporary classroom. Because I have seen the teachers coming and teaching the students the topic, the content, but the strategy for understanding level of children to be known is missing. Why should we do this? Why should we check for understanding? It does not make any sense if we just teach and do not check with the students if the topic has been understood. Definitely not. If the topic has not been understood, our teaching and their learning is of no meaning. We also bring Cone of Learning by Edgar Dale and align these two together. That is checking for understanding and learning by doing. We know that the maximum learning takes place when the participants are involved, and that is called as active learning, not passive learning, where they are just listening. And that is why there should be active learning and checking for understanding of whatever we are teaching in the classroom. And when we can do this, whenever a topic is completed, or whenever any activity which you are doing is completed. So if you are in classroom or having any experiment or experiential learning or any discussion, you can stop and use strategies aimed to check for understanding. So we know what is the meaning of checking for understanding. That is, when we teach any topic, we should check other than formative assessment. Why? Because if they're not learning, our teaching is of no meaning. Whenever a topic or discussion or activity is completed or going on. The next important point is, how do we do checking for understanding? So this is very important. This is what I was telling to put in our lesson plan. That when we write the lesson plan, these strategies should also be mentioned in the lesson plan rather than just practicing it, so that any educator knows that yes, we have to check for understanding. Let us see the first strategy. The first strategy is random checking using name stick, roll number, race of color, date of birth, etc. I'll tell you how. So what you will do, you'll make name stick, and suppose a topic is over, you take out the name of a child and ask him that what is the answer of this particular question which we are discussing, and see that whether the child has understood or not. So this is to be going on throughout the classroom, throughout the topics. It is not only during the formative assessment, but it is throughout the session. So this is called as random checking. Now, suppose you know that few students are not understanding, and you need to know whether they are understanding or not. Deliberate checking. So take a name stick and ask their name using the profile which you have about the students, who is learning, who is not learning, and ask them, so that they are knowing that the educator is going to ask me this particular things. That is deliberate checking. Who does not need motivation? One of the important strategy in our lesson plan, we can mention that we use motivation checking. That is giving certain appreciation in different form, so that the students are not only interested to come to the class, but they're also trying to understand because they are getting motivation. First thing is that if they have not performed well, they will be thinking, yes, I have to take care because I want to get appreciation. And second thing is, if a child is doing well, whoever it is, you have to appreciate. So that is very important. So these are the three strategies I've given till now. The next one is open textbook checking. This is CBSE earlier has also introduced called as assessment part, but I bring it as a strategy. Whatever topic you are discussing, let the child open the book and try to understand or answer you. Yes, this topic I am understanding. And you can make a few questions on that topic, open-ended questions, close-ended questions, and you'll understand that that particular child is understanding the concept. And that is why I feel these things are not written in our lesson plan. But as a strategy itself, we should mention that today I'm going to do random checking for understanding. Today, I'm going to do deliberate checking for understanding. I'm going to use motivational checking for understanding. I'm using open textbook checking for understanding. And you can mix and match. many of you are using certain strategies for understanding. So please use those strategies deliberately in your lesson plan and see that day after day, on regular basis, this particular aspect is taken care, that yes, all my children are understanding what I am teaching. I'm not only worried about the portions, but actually I'm worried about, or I'm concerned about their performance. And that is how we can try to reach all the children and see that our particular method of teaching is fruitful. With this, I think we have come to the end of the first topic. We will have question and answer session at the end, and that time we will discuss few questions which you comes in your mind or any of these topics or any other things which you would like to ask. So we'll move on to the next topic. And again, I start with an activity. I'll be giving this activity 4 minutes, 2 to 4 minutes, where you'll be getting the link for this particular link, and you have to mention your name and the strategies, or one strategy or two strategies which you are using for your classroom management. So once again, I repeat, I'll be giving you this link which you have to go, and there will be a plus sign at the bottom of your system where this particular poll will come, and you have to use that particular link, and after that use the plus sign given at the bottom and mention at least few strategies with your name. What is your name, and what are the strategies which you are doing or following for classroom management. So if you are not able to do that, you can also try to put in the chat box what are few of the strategies which you are following in your school for classroom management. I hope that the instructions are clear. Once again, I repeat, please use this link given in the chat. Go to the particular page, there will be plus sign, and you write your names, and also try to come back and see your answers. And I'm going to share you the screen of the results now. And those who are not able to do that way, don't worry. You can put in the chat box as well. Okay, so you all can see now few of the strategies. So someone named as Anonymous says teaching in play way method in junior classes. I think the name is written Pinky Ocha, ma'am. So thank you, ma'am. A good strategy. There are so many. I'm very, very happy. I cannot approve for everyone, but I'm very, very happy to see positive reinforcement given by one of the participant, and open to book test, motivation and surprise test. Very good, Anonymous. Yes, it's not necessary for you to write the name now because it is not a competition here. We are just sharing our experience and collaborating with all of us. Group activity is given by someone. Anshuman says strategies in the classroom and effectively represent topics. Aarti Oja, motivational speech. So there are so many of them. So I can approve few of them. I'm very, very thankful to all of you that a lot of sharings are coming, that what we are using in our classroom. Keep a friendly thing, dedicated corner free anger class. Very good. Good strategy, inclusive classroom. In senior classes, more experimental work is required. Pinky Ocha again. Sunita Saxena tells open textbook, surprise test, anger free classes, someone is telling. So with this, Again, I am thankful to all of you for putting your views, and I cannot approve, and I can see lot many of them, but thank you. And that is how we can share, and we'll try to go back to our presentation and start the topic again. Thank you for your participation. Thank you. Now comes to the second of our discussion. We come checking for concentration. Again, the question rises, what is the meaning of checking for concentration? Those who have got that booklet with you, with pencil, you can write down the meaning either now or later also with your own understanding. It does not need to be what I've written here. Again, we are sharing our experience. What is checking for concentration? When we teach any topic to students, we check whether they are concentrating in the teaching learning or not. This link is generally missing in our lesson plans. So definitely classroom management is there, but lesson plan we should mention. That's why I'm trying to bring this point, that in lesson plan only it should be mentioned that for checking for concentration or for classroom management, what is our strategy? What is our strategy for checking for concentration? Again, why we should do it? Why should we check for concentration? It doesn't make any sense if we just teach and do not check whether the students are concentrating or not. Remember, students who concentrate will learn, and students who are not concentrating in general will not learn, unless they are very different kind of learner. But these all are generally related. Concentration is related to learning, and learning is related to concentration. And that is why it is very important for us to have in our lesson plan itself one column or certain column, exactly which place I'll let you know, checking for concentration. Maybe teacher activity, you can use this, where we use teacher activity, checking for concentration. Why we do this? Again, we either bring back the concentration, like suppose you want to start something new after something what was happening in the class, and you want everyone to concentrate back on what you want to start. We can use this strategies called as checking for concentration, or check whether they are concentrating on what's happening. That is, suppose you have already taught any particular topic, you will not take them as a test or checking for understanding, but you will just ask simply what exactly was happening. For example, if a person is reading a particular paragraph, randomly you'll ask a question to the child that what exactly was happening, and see that the student was or were concentrating. And that is why it is different from checking from understanding. In checking for understanding, we check what is being taught. And in checking for concentration, you'll ask them that what exactly was happening without asking the answer. It is not understanding, but what exactly was happening now. This is for effective classroom management. And remember, if our classroom is not managed properly, naturally, learning and teaching will not take place. And that is why I put this point in contemporary classroom. When anytime while you are teaching, or when you sense there is chance of concentration lag, you can use this particular strategy. So anytime in the classroom when you see that there is chance of concentration lag, where the students are again not concentrating, or when the class is dull, one of the things is very important for us, dear educators, that we should have this particular understanding, that is checking for concentration and seeing that classroom is not dull, and also bringing back the concentration to what is happening. So this is why or when we can do it. The next important topic is how exactly we can do it. Again, I bring few strategies to all of you. I saw a lot of strategies given by you in your schools, and I appreciate that. And that is very good. And please try to keep doing it. Now let us start few strategies, and please I'll explain how we do it, and we can try to see that if it is possible, you can use in your schools as well. So suddenly, suppose I was teaching in a classroom and I was doing some classwork or some discussion, and now I want them to see on the board. So I'll say, eyes on me. So they have to repeat with me, eyes on me. Here I cannot do that, but suppose you all are in a classroom, can you write in the chat box, eyes on me? So that their concentration is back on what I'm doing. Or you can say, eyes on the board. If you're at the back of the class and you want someone to see at the board, you can say, eyes on the board. So everyone will see eyes on the board, and they have to say that, eyes on the board. And this is one of the strategy which I use for, very good, thank you, dear. I think Soeb sir, Smita Prasad, Clement, I always cherish the reading name, but a lot of them are coming. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, yes. So this is one of the strategy which you use to see that the concentration is back on what you are teaching or speaking, because if the concentration is not there, naturally the classroom is not very good in terms of teaching learning. This is when the concentration is lacking, or you want to bring back the concentration what you want to teach. I also mentioned that many times, dear educators, the classroom environment or the look is very dull because of our personality sometimes, because of our teaching sometimes, because of the topic sometimes. You have to use certain energizers, and we know a lot many energizers are there, and energizers are something which brings back the energy level. So you can just say, clap, 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 rain clap. So rain clap is coming. That is, you can make a gesture of rain coming down. Can we do that? Can we do that? I cannot see, but see that. Can you just do that? That rain is coming down. Or, something different kind of energizers, some different kinds of energizers also you can use. But remember that please use it, because your classroom becomes very interesting. And yes, I can see. Clap, clap, clap. Yes, Maria ma'am said clap, clap, clap. Yes, if exactly. Because what we do in the class is very important. And the students love teachers who are different, who are very energetic, who are always trying to bring certain fun in the class. And that is why it is very important. I can see smiley, you can see high five, you can make a, cricket. Let us have a ball, and someone, the teacher will become a dummy baller or virtual baller, or a baller with only the action, and all the students will become batsmen, and the teacher will bowl now, I'm bowling now, and the students are hitting sixes, and they will say, oh, now it is gone to six. So there are so many energizer, dear educators, and you can use that for the classroom checking for concentration, and you see that they will concentrate back to you. Now you can start the topic. Reporter checking is very interesting strategy which we can use, where you will make one reporter, and he will be reporting to you that in the class who was concentrating. Now everyone will be actually concentrating, because reporter is going to report you, and that is why you will have the reporter in front of you and tell today this boy is reporter, and I'll make maybe Ritika Gupta as a reporter for today. Who is clapping in the chat box? Who is doing the the activity today? Like that, and everyone will be like very very happy to do that. And then the reporter will tell and come and tell the name. So these are the students who are concentrating, and then you will try to see that they are already concentrating on this, and you will change the reporter on day by day, on day by day. The next one is task checking. Naturally, I told it's not task checking. Please do not take it as a literal meaning. You will see that the students know what exactly was happening than checking their understanding. So, for example, I was teaching some formulae in mathematics, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus what? So you will say, okay, what exactly we can fill here? So they will say b square, or this paragraph, where was this formula or this formula where we're discussing, so that you are checking for task which is happening now. Very good. I think some of the mathematics teachers are already giving the symbols here. So I'm very, very happy there. Again, we can have any other strategy. If you have any other strategies for you, you can use them as a group or individually in your lesson plan. Please remember, use this strategy not for in your mind, but use in deliberate lesson plan, so that you have the idea that what are the strategies which you are using and how it is being working. With this, I come to the second topic conclusion, and we are going to start the next important topic. And I don't know how many of you know. I think it's already on the screen now. What are the next strategies? We don't have strategies for slow learners. Let us see. Let us see. Yes. What are the topics? Thank you, ma'am, for the comments. Strategies for slow learners. Strategies for slow learners. Again, first of all, very simple meaning. Who are slow learners? Now, CBSE has already strictly told us to use the words which are of motivational side rather than negative side. And that is why we do not use or label any students. But it as an educator, we should understand what is the meaning of slow learner. And we should not use this word for a student. It is just for our understanding. Please remember that. It's not for, we are not going to tell that to students, those two students. Let us start. Who are slow learners? They are the one who need more time to learn, but if given chance, they can learn and perform. Again, remember, this link is generally missing in our lesson plan because we always cater to average learners. I think you know that particular research, that our lesson plan generally caters to the average learner. And when it comes to slow learners, we always think that we are going to do something for slow learners only in the remedial classes. But remember, I told these strategies are not out of the class. It is inside a normal classroom. And that is what we are discussing. That is what our point is. And that is why I'm telling it is missing link in our lesson plan. Always you should write that what is our strategies for today for slow learners. What is the strategy? Is there any strategies you have written in your lesson plan? Yes, you can write down. You can write down. Please write down the strategies. Why? Every individual in the class is unique, and we need to reach them to perform as per highest expectation. You remember, generally we see or we have understanding, oh, these students may not perform, but see the first line. If given chance, a proper motivation, there are so many examples. There are so many examples. We have to see that they are going to learn and perform. So, dear educators, keep this in your mind, put it in your lesson plan. Exactly when we can use it? Whenever a topic, classwork, etc. is being discussed. So as I told you that I'm not bringing remedial classes for my slow learners. That is also very important. That is another way of doing it. But inclusive thing also tells us that everything should be in the classrooms. And that is why this particular strategy also is to be done in the classroom itself. Again, the important topic or important word, how we can do. There are so many strategies, again, which you must be following. I have given few of them, and these all are nearly general in terms of being used. But please see that you write down few of these things in your lesson plan. Not only knowing what you are doing for the slow learners, but I will always suggest to my team that I want to see in my lesson plan where is something which I've written for my slow learners, and what are those things. So close-ended questions, yes, no, fill in the blanks, matching, match the following, and such kind of questions which they can answer, because they are very good orally sometimes. Sometimes they are very good in these oral multiple choice questions, objective questions, because they take time to write longer questions. But these questions will be a motivational aspect for them to build their self-esteem and confidence. And then you ask them with motivation. Always remember, motivation is very important. Suppose a child has given a correct answer. Please clap for him. Please clap for him. Yes, please clap, clap. Don't hesitate. Because I told you that everyone needs appreciation, whether it's a leader or there is a follower. Everyone needs motivation. And suppose a child has given wrong answer, one important thing we also miss, this is also a very important point I wanted to put across, that you should have remediation of the same question again. So suppose the answer was yes and the child has told no, you should tell what is the other answer, children, and you'll say the answer was yes. Then you'll ask the same children again, the child again, now can you tell me the answer, child? Then you will say the answer is yes. And that is what we miss in slow learners or any different kind of learner. We do not remediate. Please remember, if anything you are doing in the classroom, any question has not been answered, please go back, stop there, ask that child to answer. That is our accountability. That is our understanding to make his memory stronger. That is, he understood. Because if you don't ask him, he will not try. And if he doesn't try, he is not going to improve his memory. And that is habit is to be built. Now, all of you know additional timing for learning and completing. Definitely, this has strategies where you can use certain periods, which is of not games period or not a period which he has got certain good activity. But suppose there is a chance where a teacher is not there for any absence or such kind of thing where additional time can be given, please give them time and tell them to write and complete with the help of a peer or yourself. And you'll see that he's going to perform. He's going to perform well because the habit is missing and that support is missing. Always remember that habit is missing because they do not get that support to get that habit. And we are trying to make you all understand that we are trying to make that habit of the child for being like this. Now we go to the next thing, that regular follow-up for learning as per profile. And that is also very important. If you ask me, as an educator, I've got my children profile for last 3, 4, 5 years. And if you know that even CBSE tells to make a profile, and when the profile is made, that profile is passed to the next class teacher and to the next class teacher and to the next class teacher. But are we using it is very important. Are we using it? Very important. And that is why when you have a profile of the child, you will see that you are trying to make him do those things again and again and following up with the profile and supporting him whenever the child is failing or falling behind. And that is why it is very important for us to bring this all in our lesson plan itself. You can mention today we are going to follow up for last particular assessment, last classwork note, which we have to be checked last time and not checked whether this child has been done. We have moved on, but the child might have not completed. And that is why it is very important for us to bring this particular aspect in our lesson plan. Remember, slow learners, do not leave them behind. They can become one of the unique people, unique businessmen, or maybe more than that sometimes if they are given chance. And our accountability is very, 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 very important in this sense. Definitely, as I've been telling you, that we all are educators. We need to see the all-round development of the children, not only teaching and learning. I always see that you have your unique strategy. You make your own strategy and bring to the table and use it and see that the child is benefited. The child is benefited. That is very important. And that is why I always tell that any other strategy you can use. So with this, we are going to discuss one more activity now, and then we'll go to the last topic. For the activity again, I'll give you 3 minutes for that to be getting over. And let us see what is the activity. Very interesting activity. I put it. Yes. Activity number 3. Remember, the session should be of Kahoot.it. Tell you the pin now. Don't type this pin now. I'll give you the pin number and take the quiz. And those who cannot take the quiz, I'll tell you the questions in this particular place here only. And then we'll try to see that what is the who is the winner. So we are starting the quiz. So go to that site, and that is kahoot.it, and I'm going to give you a pin. I'm 231,833. 231,833. Once again, I repeat, 231,833. 231,833. Please type. I'm seeing very quick response, and enter to the June, and we'll take this one. Yes, I can see so many of them. 13 participants already. I can see so many participants. Madhu, Tripti ma'am, Madhu ma'am, Shama ma'am, Chiku, Jay sir. Very good. All of you enter. If those who are not entering, don't worry. We have got a backup. Always remember, we should have a backup. The backup is do in the chat box. I'll tell you the question. And another 1 minute, I'm going to start the quiz. So those who are not entered, just type the quiz. 231,833 is you're going to be champions today. Let us see who is the champion. We'll see now. We have got 39 students, 40 educators. Sometimes I miss the people who I'm interacting because I love my children. I told you children. Sorry for that. 45. Good. Please continue, Sanjeev sir. Madhuri ma'am has entered. I'll start after some time. Yes. So I'll start now the quiz. And those who cannot see, you can just wait for chat box and do it. Kahoot.it is the place you have to go. Kahoot.it, and then type 231,833, and your time has started. Yeah, so those who are taking the quiz, please see. I'll just try to share the screen. Yeah, 18 seconds. Please see the answer. Please check the answer. Do that. Submit it fast. Submit it faster. True or false? Slow learners can be taken care in regular class. What is it? True or false? Those who are not able to go, please put in the chat box. Yeah, 23 right. 5 wrong. Okay. Good one. Now I'm going to go to the next question. And just give me a time for stopping the screen. And we'll go to the next question. Yeah. So we'll see the result now. The result says, I'll share it again. Yeah, so we can see the winner now, 929, Ashutosh sir. Can we clap for Ashutosh sir? Now we go to the next question, and be ready for the next question again. And we'll see that result now after some time. So I think that's it for today. I don't want to go for more questions now because of time strain. We'll go back to the presentation. So this is the winner, or maybe one more questions we can try. Please take the quiz. Those who are there, please take that quiz. It's still there. And see the leaderboard now, and see who is doing well. So I'll share that screen again. The question is, remedial classes are the only solution for the slow learners. True or false? 30 answers. Yeah, the time is over. The time is over. Yeah. Yeah. So next question. Now the leader is Roshan sir. Roshan sir, very good. Next one. Which of the following is the correct strategy for a slow learner in normal classroom setting? That is a question. Giving additional time, close-ended questions with motivation. First option is A, second option is B, giving remedial classes only, fourth option A and B. So let us see who is the winner. This is the last question. This is the last question. Yeah. So we got the result and we see the final result. Ritika ma'am is third. And Roshan sir is, I think Roshan ma'am sir is, because it can be post name. And Bharatendra is the first person. Thank you, thank you, thank you for participating. We go to the last topic of the day. That is, I think you know what is the topic. What is the topic? The next topic is topic for gifted learner. Again, generally we do not have strategies for gifted learner. So who are the gifted learners? They are the students a grade or two ahead of their current classroom. Remember, there are always children who are ahead of the classroom. But we do not take care of them in the classroom itself. And this link, that is why I tell, is missing in our classroom or lesson plans. Once again, repeat, who are the gifted learners? And the gifted learners are those who are ahead of their grade level. So if a child is in third, he will be able to solve the question of fourth and fifth, or maybe more sometimes. Why we should take care of gifted learner? Remember, every individual in the class is unique, and we need to help them to excel as per their understanding level. So these children have got more understanding. And again, we do not have anything for gifted learner in the class. We have got separate preparation for something called as NTSC, maybe, or Olympiad, or coding, or something like this, where we do not bring that strategy in the classroom itself. And we here are discussing that all these things can happen inside a classroom, not outside the classroom. And that is why we are very, very firm that all these strategies can be taken care. When can we have these strategies for gifted learner? Not outside the classroom, not in during the NTSC training, not during the preparation of particular quiz, but it is ongoing. Every period, every sessions, you can do it. That is, whenever a topic is over, classwork is done, it can be used. The strategies can be used, not only during the end of the term or during the preparation of certain examination. And I hope that all of you will agree to me. Yes, sir, it is possible. It is possible. And I again request all the educators that please write in your lesson plan that what is my strategies for today for gifted learner. And I'm going to discuss few strategies what we can use for gifted learners. And again, this is my sharing, and all of you have got a lot of experience and lot of uniqueness. You can bring to the table your own strategies. Always remember, one of the things which you can bring in your lesson plan is additional question and resources. So suppose a topic is being discussed, rather than just discussing the same topic, you can refer to different books, bring some questions and give them. And they'll be very, very happy to do these questions in the classroom, and bring certain resources which have got different questions or different level of checking for them, and give them. And you'll find that yes, it is possible that in the classroom itself the children are preparing rather than outside the classroom. So write down few questions. No need to think about any separate classroom. Peer teaching, give them peer teaching, very important strategy, dear teachers and educators. Very, very important strategies. Peer teaching. What is peer teaching? tell them to teach others to children. I've seen many times that peer learn better than or better from us. Very, very interesting, isn't it? That they learn better than them. When I speak to my teachers, sometimes they will learn better than me than with the colleagues. It is possible with a different reason. Let us not worry about the reason, but let us know and enjoy that the learning is happening among the students, that they are teaching others and they're helping others in learning. And that is how they also get motivated by getting more and more things for them rather than just practicing during the particular preparation. And it is very interesting strategies, dear educators, because I've seen this work and I've seen that they forget me in a classroom. They were so much enjoying the particular session that I told, do you want more time? They told, yes, we want more time. And that is why please see that they can do that. So peer teaching is very important and helping others in learning. That is very important. Next one is, as you know, that higher order questions. Generally, Bloom taxonomy comes here, and Bloom taxonomy tells us to have all different kind of questions in our assessment or our discussions, and or as our learning objectives. So we can have higher order questions for them written in the classroom. That is your lesson plan, and you'll find that that is actually challenging these particular gifted learners. Whereas generally we don't use these strategies in our classroom, and that doesn't work. And that is why I feel that it should be done. And once again, with all your experience, all your knowledge, all your expertise, please see that you bring any other strategy for gifted learner. With this, I have come to the end of 4 important topics for the day. That is checking for understanding, checking for concentration, strategies for slow learners, and strategies for gifted learners. But the closing ceremony has begun, so we are going to close it. So please pay attention for a few more time, for a few more minutes. We have 3 things with this. One is the closing, that is connect and collaborate, and we'll discuss that first. Then I'll give some time for question answers. Okay, if I can take a few questions of today. And definitely as a presenter, I would like to have a feedback for me for my professional outlook. So please fill the feedback form, Google feedback form, which is going to be sent in the chat box. And once I come to that page, I'll tell you. So I come to the next part. You can connect and collaborate with me, all of you. My website is www.sanjeevjoseph.com. You can see what I'm doing and you can connect there. You can also subscribe to my channel called as SJ's Principal's Desk. SJ's Principal Desk. All of you can take this photo so that you can use it later. If you can note down, that is fine. That is Instagram. Also, I'm there, Sanjeev Joseph's. So you can see what I'm doing and what are the things. And sometimes I can see from you, and I can see that what you are doing. I've written a book because I'm an author, as you heard earlier in my profile. Become a Successful Principal. This is my experience. It is available on Amazon, ebook as well as hard book, that is hardbound also. And if you're interested to see the book, please use this particular information. I also have course running on Udemy, that is SJ's Integrated Lesson Plan, ILP. And I've actually started a series on school leadership. So there are many more to come. As of now, there are 2 courses which are running. There are 2 courses which are running as just integrated lesson plan. And I've made a no-code app, which is MTech, and it is one-time investment, and you can use lifelong. And if anyone is interested to learn how to use this, make the code and use for the school, please connect with me, because other than ERP, that is about the students' performance and their fees and collection and all, I am going towards the administration of the observational classroom, timetable, annual calendar, visitors, and so on. And that is why if anyone is interested, it's very easy to learn. Within few hours, you can learn and use it for lifelong. You can connect to me. Definitely, as I'm a certified trainer, I have training for educators and so on. And my email for anyone to connect for anything, please feel free to write to me and I'll surely respond to you all. So this is, please connect and collaborate, because if you connect with me, I can learn from you as well. For some time, I'll just stop this particular screen and I'll take a few questions. If you have got any questions in your mind, please ask me. This is for 2 minutes now. I can give 2 minutes for this particular session, that is question answers. So yeah, thank you. I'm going to send you the link just after 2 minutes, because there is a last particular interesting thing which is as a trainer I'll always bring. So that is there. Fine. I think I would now ask anyone to have questions. Okay, I don't think there is a question, so I'll go back to the screen and I'll come to the few more slides. So Google form, I'll just share the Google form link. So give me the time to share it. Just give me a few seconds to share that Google form. Yes, you'll get the link now. So it is very simple. As I was telling you, don't try to. You're open not to write your names. You're open not to write your names, and you can just try to write your comments if you want, because if you were not comfortable, it's fine. No need to write down your names. You can be anonymous, and if you are okay, you can write on the feedback. So this is the feedback form. It is there. Yeah, link. I think I'll send link now, and I'll come back to the last few things. So on a lighter note, I'll try to end this particular meeting on a lighter note. So there was a principal who was discussing things with his staff, and he was discussing annual plan and annual calendar, and so he was discussing with the full staff that this is the annual calendar. So this is how things are going to be planned, prepared, and performed. And after the session, he asked the people or the staff, what is the learning or what is the meaning of annual calendar? He asked the staff. And remember, this principle is myself. I always bring myself on a lighter note. So he asked the, other principal like me was also sitting, and he told, sir, it is a plan which comes in once in a year. Actually, annual plan is not a plan to come on 1 year, but it was a literal meaning where a person like sometimes gives you a different answer, and that is why we have different in understanding. So with that lighter note, I will try to show my sincere gratitude and best wishes to all the educators who attended the session. Keep shining and keep empowering. I also would like to thank the president, Dr. Rajiv, for Patliputra Sahodaya School Complex, Dr. Osri Edward Sir, who is the secretary for the same, who actually has brought me to this particular session, and also all the other members of that Sahodaya family. And I would like also to thank CBSE to have sessions like this for all the educators. And keep signing, keep empowering, keep in touch. Thank you. Thank you for all for your comments. Thank you. Sir, can I end the session?